Hey patriotic internet friends and family, welcome back to the channel. In this video, Holness declares a year of achievements, but did it really shine? Jamaica's 2024. Significant achievements in 2024, says Holness. Now, picture this. Jamaica, land we love and land of bold claims. Prime Minister Andrew Holness is out here saying 2024 was a year of significant achievements. But was it really sunshine and progress? Or just some shiny PR? Stick around as we break it all down with facts, humor, and just a sprinkle of sarcasm. Let's get into it. But before we dive in, don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more juicy updates on Jamaica's political and social scene. Welcome all patriotic Jamaicans. The movement continues. Make we get into it now. Let's kick it off. Prime Minister Andrew Holness kicked off 2025 with bold declarations. Jamaica had a banner year in 2024, from crime reduction to economic growth, infrastructure upgrades, and even social safety net expansions. Holness says we are riding the wave of prosperity. But before we pop the champagne, let's dissect these claims one by one and wait till you hear what he called phenomenal and incontestable. Spoiler, super spoiler alert, it's causing quite the buzz on social media. Now, let's break down the claims. 1. Crime reduction. Holness says serious crimes are down 14% and murders dropped by 18% for the second year straight. Sounds amazing, right? But here's the kicker. How much of this is due to real policy versus, say, community interventions or external factors? And let's not ignore reports of underreported crimes in some areas. Plus, what's the deal with ongoing corruption scandals? Hold that thought. 2. Economic performance. Jamaica's unemployment rate hit a historic low. Inflation is within the 4 to 6% range, and the dollar stayed stable. Even our debt to GDP ratio dropped below 70% for the first time in 30 years. Impressive, or is it? Critics argue these numbers might look good on paper, but don't always translate to real improvements for the average Jamaicans. Keynote and pay attention to that. Make that sink in. Very important. So, meanwhile, PM Holness, highlights and boasts about his phenomenal achievements for 2024. Let's put things into context now. Remember, in a base off of the Statistical Institute, Statin, they drop a bombshell recently where I say the economy shrunk by 3.5% in the third quarter of 2024, which was actually worse than the previously reported 2.8% decline. This is the first negative GDP growth since COVID time. So, me still don't know what the big progress when I talk about when Statin clearly say Jamaica might pass through a recession, an economic recession. So, where's the growth and the progress where PM Holness talk about? But just a drag on the memory still. 3. Infrastructure development. Highways, broadband, housing, and health centers. Holness claims 2024 was the year Jamaica became a construction zone for progress. But have these projects truly reached those most in need? And what about the delayed ones no one seems to mention? Stay tuned because we're diving into that reverse tax credit next. It's a first for Jamaica and it's raising eyebrows. 4. Social safety nets and wage increases. Holness boasted about a 30% boost in social safety net resources and doubling the minimum wage. Not to mention public sector workers scored a 200 billion pay increase. But with rising cost of living, how far does that really stretch? And who's left out of these phenomenal benefits? The minimum wage doubled. Now we can afford 2 patties with cocoa bread instead of 1. Now let's tie all of this together. So was 2024 monumental, as Holness says? Yes, there were some undeniable wins. Economic stability, crime reduction, and major investments in infrastructure. But like any great Jamaican stew, the ingredients need closer inspection to see if it's truly ready for serving. Final takeaway. Holness says 2025 will be about building on these achievements. But the real question is, will these efforts close the gap between progress on paper and progress in the lives of everyday Jamaicans? Only time will tell. Progress, right? But is this just a PR move? Here's a summary of the highlights and key points. 1. Crime stats. Serious crimes down 14%. Murders down 18%. But lingering concerns about systematic corruption. 2. Economic growth. Historic unemployment lows, stable currency, and declining debt. But are Jamaicans feeling it? That's the big question. 3. Infrastructure boom. Major investments in highways, health centers, and broadband, yet some areas remain underserved. 4. Social safety nets. Wage increases and tax credits praised, but rising living costs dampened the impact. 5. Outlook for 2025. Promises of continued prosperity, but will it reach the people who need it most? Let's discuss. Now let's get into my breakdown, my reaction, and my commentary. Progress on paper and progress in a real life are 2 different things. So yeah, we can say we see all of these development and we can see it. But when you talk about prosperity for who? You see, the prosperity there are the progress where Holness I talk about. It needs to be translated into the lives of everyday average working class Jamaicans. And if it's not being translated into the lives of average Jamaicans, then you don't have real progress. And me no like the talk when PM Andrew Holness will say, boy, you have to go give me a next term before you can actually feel the real progress, cause you have to make me finish where me started and continue where me started. So you have to make me win the next election. Me no like when them imply or insinuate things like them. Me no like that. Because it is too convenient. Say you choose to do all of these major projects on the last part of your second term. You choose to do all of this before the 2025 general elections. Basically, that me I say. A little bit too convenient. So it come across to me, in my opinion, very disingenuous. It's like you only do it to try win the next election. You not do it because you actually want to do it. You just do it as a PR stunt. All of it feels and look like PR. And you say, this have to make me win the next election. All of this have to make me win the next election. But what I've been saying is this. You see, if you did that work year after year, take me foolish advice. You would not fear grapple and a struggle now to try get re-elected for your 3rd term. Because you've been working and wouldn't actually see it. So now, the only thing what you have to do, I say, look, year after year, me I do this, me I do this, me I do that, me I do that. And we can feel it significantly in our everyday lives, and we actually can say, yes, the Prime Minister is really different. in actually a work, we lives actually better. You cannot talk about prosperity and progress and my life no better. The everyday average Jamaican's life no better. So most your life, yeah, say prosperity and progress a happen inner and a happen far. And most yourself, yeah, talk. But it could never be the everyday average Jamaicans. And when you talk like this, ignorant people are gonna say. Some comment scholar might even write in the comment section say, you see it, you can't please Jamaicans. What you mean? What you talk about? If anything, I am actually disappointed in PM Holness. PM Holness let down the whole of Jamaica, you know, 'cause we had such high hopes for this young Prime Minister, where everybody has said yes, in young, in fresh, he will come in with good ideas and he will bring the country forward. Sadly, that has not been the case. Maybe some Jamaicans are actually delusional and they must say, yes, we see where my work and come on, come out your feelings and emotions. All of them like a matches box house there with them a bill. You can't even turn in at them good and they're so expensive. What not talk about? You're better off getting a piece of land for yourself and build your own house. What kind of house them there? Them their progress? You see how you quantify and measure progress and prosperity and growth totally different from how me measure it. You see me? Yes. Your metric and my metric totally different. I am not easily impressed because unlike you, I am very critical of the PNP and the JLP. So they can't just go fling out nothing and me just run with it. Me not go run with nothing. In my mind, me I go say, you're only hungry for power. This is a last ditch effort and attempt to try win a third term. So, not impressed. What do you think about Jamaica's so-called significant achievements? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Let's get the conversation started. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into the stories shaping Jamaica. And hey, click one of these videos to keep watching. See you in the next one. One love, Jamaica.